Hi, welcome. I'm Amanda. You probably have seen me on social media as Amanda Panacea. And then I also have my podcast and my website, The Healer Revolution. Thank you so much for considering me, working with me, being there through my journey, supporting you, being a guide or a person that you can really turn to for answers and support, but also to work through some of the difficult things. So the purpose of this video is to explain a little bit about what I do, because I combine a ton of different modalities and testing. I have a huge background in working one-on-one with people. I started out as a therapist. I have a license in mental health counseling in the state of Florida. However, what we will be doing is not therapy, and I do not work under that license. It was during that time where I was a licensed therapist that I was working in psychiatric facilities and found it to be incredibly barbaric. And I wanted to go back to school to actually help people work on the root of their physical and mental health symptoms. So that's when I got another degree, a master's of science in functional medicine and nutrition. However, towards the end of that was when I was actually at my most sick. I had been exposed to mold after having hepatitis A and being hospitalized after a lot of different traumatic and unstable things that had happened the prior years. And after that is when I really started going through my own journey of healing, of using bioenergetic testing, which is something I've been using with myself, friends and family, and over 1,000 clients that I have worked with using bioenergetic testing. And then I also collected a variety of certifications throughout the next couple of years, including HTMA, which is hair tissue mineral analysis, advanced lab work and blood chemistry. I can also read and order several other functional medicine labs, but I tend to stick with bioenergetics, HTMA, and sometimes lab work. And the reason for that is because bioenergetics is testing your entire being, the physical, the energetic, the emotional aspects to wellness. And it really gives you a complete picture for where the stress is in your body. It tests for all of the different organs and systems, including the nervous system and the vagus nerves, including emotional blocks. It's also going to test for over 450 food and environmental sensitivities, as well as the top most imbalanced nutrient deficiencies, the top most imbalanced hormones, so it could be high or low. And then also where it really shines is giving you the most stressful toxins and pathogens that your body is ready to prioritize and deal with so we can get to the deeper layers of healing. And it's going to test for bacteria, including all of the Lyme and co-infections, parasites, which there are over 23,000 types of parasites, and Western medicine does not have a good test for this whatsoever, as well as chemicals, heavy metals, viruses, and mold and yeast. I couldn't believe I almost forgot that one. Then it's also going to create a personalized remedy protocol that is going to include a mixture of potentially supplements like nutrients, minerals, vitamins, etc., homeopathy, and herbs and herbal remedies. So it can be a mixture of any of those things. It might eliminate one of those rounds. Like, for example, if you're breastfeeding or pregnant, it most likely will not contain detox herbs. It's going to be something more gentle. It's also going to be prioritizing what's come up on your scan, but it's the whole regimen is also tested together to make sure it's not going to be overly stressful for you, your body type, your stress levels, etc. So if somebody, for example, if you have an infant that's being tested, the remedy list is going to look a lot different than if you have a 25-year-old male who's an athlete. It's going to be based on your priorities, your height, your weight, your stress levels, etc. And then the second type of testing that I absolutely love is hair tissue mineral analysis, because it's a complete look at the mineral systems. How they interact with each other actually gives an incredible picture for how well our cells are functioning. It's also going to test for some of the top heavy metals, which can also show maybe why some of our energy systems are not functioning as well. Our cells or our cellular health is based on constant enzymatic functions, which are powered by these minerals, as well as vitamins and other nutrients. But minerals are really the spark plug for how our body makes energy from the food that we eat. And so this test gives a ton of information about how healthy these energy systems are, how much heavy metal accumulation we have, and it helps to reverse heavy metal accumulation like no other test in the whole world, because it's not just about ripping heavy metals out of the body and binding them or chelating them, because that is incredibly stressful for the body. This is about replenishing the mineral systems exactly in the way that your body is asking for, so that the cellular receptors will think, okay, finally we have enough calcium back. We can finally let go of that aluminum. And so it's a much more gentle approach, a more long-term, but the risk of complications is much, much less. And then finally, I use lab work sometimes because it is the most validated form of testing. You can bring it to any other practitioner or doctor you're going to work with. And it also often confirms what we will see on bioenergetics and HTMA. And so it kind of validates these other types of testing that some people may be like, I don't know how valid that might be, or my family members think I'm crazy for doing this like alternative type of testing because my, lab work, they don't get it. So I like to compare the lab work to those, and it always makes perfect sense. Plus, routine lab work can be helpful for certain things like a full iron panel. Either test is going to give you a full understanding of the complexities of iron. And then also a full thyroid panel can be helpful in certain situations. And then again, there's some other markers that can confirm things like maybe insulin resistance or copper toxicity or chronic infections or something like that. And then that's the first collection of things that I offer, is this physical and bioenergetic root cause work. I also have several certifications in the emotional healing nervous system regulation space. So I still have my license in mental health counseling. So I have all of that background in education. But since then, I have also gained certifications in psychosensory techniques, theta healing, which is an energy work modality, EMDR, which is a type of trauma work. I have also done many, many trainings on lots of different somatic techniques and somatic experiencing, somatic embodiment techniques, as well as German New Medicine, which is a framework for how the body is responding to stress. And I won't get into the details of German New Medicine, but it helps us to understand what specific type of stressor is causing some of the physical symptoms. And so many more other types of certifications and trainings that I've done on top of that, just for my own healing. And then I have also, through all of that education and through my own working with mentors and working with people one-on-one for nervous system regulation, subconscious work, emotional healing, learning how to feel and be in the body was some of the most impactful work that I did. And so I then created a course. It's called How to Feel. And this course is designed to teach you how to become aware of your sensations, your feelings, your emotions, and the information that they're giving you, the feedback that's coming from it, and also how to understand how our mind and how our ego is constantly making stories and rationalizing and all of the different phenomena that our brain does in response to what the body is doing. And in the How to Feel course, you're going to learn my 5-step process that I do in all of my one-on-one coaching. And you're going to learn how to do this yourself, which is something you can do every day as like a sit down, I'm going to do this 5-step process, or bits and pieces of that 5-step process can be done. Literally, some of it can be done all day long as you're living on this earth. And it's going to help bring you out of that stress response from the past or worrying about the future and into this present moment where our body is safe. I have quite a few other courses. I have my Happy Histamine course. This one is a 6-week program that I ran in 2023. You can buy the replays. I hope to run it again in 2024, but the replays are just as good. It's up for sale. And then I also have my $25 masterclass called How to Heal Histamine Intolerance and Mast Cell Activation. This one is my 6 layers of how to get to those deeper layers of the root causes of both of those conditions. And it's about 90 minutes, so it is chock full of information. I also have a course called How to Flirt with Money. And this one was really fun to make because part of my healing of chronic illness was stepping into a role that I never thought I could be in. I never wanted to own a business. I never wanted to be out there, be seen, because I was afraid and terrified of being vulnerable. I did not want people to see me, to judge me, to know who I truly was. And so allowing myself to grow a business to triple, quadruple my income since starting my healing journey has been very therapeutic, but also opened up the window for a lot of subconscious patterns that I didn't know existed when it came to money and being seen and being vulnerable. So on top of that, I also helped to co-create the bioenergetic certification course that is available for practitioners who want to learn how to connect the dots using bioenergetic testing. It is a beefy course through CBH Energetics, and you can find that on my Linktree or through my website, thehealerrevolution.com. It's a good 45 hours of information. We go through every single system, every single type of toxin, nutrients, hormones, how to understand remedies, lots of case studies, and lots of extra free calls that we do monthly, as well as a Facebook group of over 450 other types of practitioners, clinicians, coaches, and doctors. So if you have any questions about what I've just gone over, you can reach out to me. The way that I typically set up packages for people is a la carte because I have so many options. So if you wanted to start with bioenergetics and HTMA, we could start with that. If you wanted to start with my 3-month coaching, emotional healing track, we could start with that. If you want to combine the testing with the coaching, we can do that as well. If you just wanted to do EMDR, we can work that out too. So just let me know what you're thinking, what's resonating for you, and I can help put a package together for you. So again, thank you so much. I'm so happy to meet you.